Without strong business, there is no economy. A healthy economy requires business to be ahead of whatever's in second place. Right now, California ranks 50th in business friendliness throughout the country. We've been that for 8 years. Don't you think that's long enough? It's time for us to change that, and that's what I'm so proud of BizFed.
I've been here as one of the founding people. Our organization, Employers Group, is an association like all the associations in BizFed. Been here from the very beginning when there was just a small room of people with a big idea by David Fleming.
I thought at the time that, business is not organized, labor is, and it's time that business got organized. Labor had the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor, but we had nothing comparable for the business community. The unions being organized had the political clout that business, which was disorganized, never did.
Well, when we were first coming together and just getting people to sit around the table and say, is there any benefit to organizing? What would we do? What needs to be tackled? It's a big county, 88 cities plus unincorporated. How do we all get onto one page to tackle one issue? Let's find out, though, what's important to them, what's most important to them as operating here in LA County. So we did that grassroots poll. The top 3 issues at the time when we did our first poll in December of 2007, they were complete and total quality of life issues. Remember, it was transportation, reduce gridlock. It was fight crime and urban violence. It was education, K through 12 reform, so we have an educated workforce right here.
We now have the ability to access all of our associations and can give, a quick read or an in-depth study. And now, since it's been over multiple years, we can actually see trending, and it shows the power of the numbers. It's one thing to pick up the phone, call a city official or call a state official and say, yeah, there's 200,000 businesses here that are saying no to this or saying yes to this. But when you can actually show the demographical studies all the way down to the county, the street, the area in LA County, it moves the meter in a very succinct, clear, and visionary way.
Metro was recommending a half-cent sales tax, the Measure R, to generate $40 billion over the next 30 years so we could help ourselves and do regional planning, transit, roads, highways, cities, that all the BizFed members came together and we supported that.
Which needed a 2/3 vote, so it was a big hill to climb.
Right.
But we did it.
We did it, right?
One of the big success stories related to BizFed is, how do you get that messaging out there?
We were facing this every year. We couldn't balance our budget. And so what we did was we said, let's just not talk to ourselves. Let's talk to the public at large. We did put together a fierce campaign that we got a lot of attention because the headline just read, it's 4 big words.
Blah, 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 blah.
Governor Brown at that time had just appointed his new job czar, Mike Rossi, and about 2 weeks later he was down visiting with our group one-on-one and talking about how to solve problems.
I think BizFed will most likely end up being the political and advocacy voice of businesses in LA County, which is very much needed. I think there are a lot of issues that we need to look at it as a collective whole in the business community for us to continue to succeed. Infrastructure, healthcare, just regulations, things like that. And BizFed allows us to make sure that we have the business voice represented in that area.
Personally, for my business, I'm really thrilled at what the Energy Group did to follow the air quality management plan. I'm so excited that they were able to speak as one voice and actually have some impact on that process.
The unique thing about BizFed is that it brings together business groups and businesses in a way that no other association and no other business group is able to do. It brings together the individual chambers and business groups that are focused on geography and the business groups that are focused on different industry sectors, and it brings them together and synthesizes their perspectives on county-wide issues.
Relationship with government officials, being a part of BizFed, has been phenomenal. Leading as a president myself of a Chamber of Commerce, I'm often involved with a variety of local officials, but my involvement with BizFed has taken me to a much higher level, sitting with the governor of the state of California, a supervisor of Mike Antonovich's office. I led a very strong advocate campaign with that. And of course, being a part of the President of the United States Advocacy Committee on export. So BizFed has been a very, very solid resource for myself as a business member.
One of the things that BizFed did early on is we did a mapping exercise of where all the businesses that BizFed represents are located in LA County. And as a result of that mapping exercise, we know how many businesses are located in every council district, in every supervisorial district, in every assembly district, every state senate district, and that enables us to have a unique relationship with our elected officials.
When it comes to diversity, BizFed is just an extraordinary organization with diverse leadership. The visionaries that come to the table are outstanding. And in fact, the experience, the number of years, the leadership, the strategic alliances that you build is very exemplary.
BizFed is representing the business community of LA County, which is the most diverse area in the whole nation. In my area alone, in the San Gabriel Valley, there's high levels of Latino Americans, Asian Americans, all sorts of different minorities, all sorts of different groups. They are really getting into business and really becoming more involved politically. And BizFed offers that avenue representing that great diversity.
The other neat thing about the diversity of BizFed is our size variations. I'm with the Chamber of Commerce in Lakewood. I'm a very small chamber. Right now, I'm honored and privileged to be the chairman of BizFed. Small voices have the same amount of say as the large chambers like LA Chamber. I'm so proud of that because everybody has an ability to come to the table, to bring their concerns, to bring their issues, to be heard.
I'm really excited to be incoming chair of BizFed. I was with David in the initial discussions of forming BizFed, and at the time on the boards of several smaller chambers that didn't have the staff to really be vocal and follow advocacy issues. BizFed helps support some of the smaller chambers who should have bigger voices.
With the power of many, you share both their staff people, but also we have the chance to bring issues to the table. And one of the examples for me is I'm not really able to track transportation issues the way I would like. Something like transportation definitely affects commercial office buildings, and so for us to come to the table and have individuals and organizations that really are following that day to day and sharing that information, it really makes my job so much easier, and I can share that with our members and talk to them about how that will impact them in the future.
We formed at the brink of the recession, and people like AT&T and Verizon, Majestic Realty, yourself wrote checks, and then many companies. We now have 70 individual companies, organizations, and agencies that support us and believe in the dream and just support this concept and make it possible.
I'm just looking forward to what we can do in the future. We're so young and we've accomplished so much in 5 years. I'm just really thrilled to be a part of the ongoing growth for BizFed.
BizFed is awesome. It's one of those organizations I'm very proud to be a part of.
And it continues just to add and add and add.
Today we have well over 100 organizations, chambers, and trade groups representing 250,000 businesses with almost 3 million employees. We are an army of job creators, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to sell the idea that America, California, our cities need new jobs. And the only people that can provide those jobs are the entrepreneurs that make up BizFed.